Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video, just highlighting a little bit of the few things on ownership of the Grand Cherokee. This one's a 2012. It's the Overland package, not the Summit though. The truck is two-wheel drive. It's only rear-wheel drive. Does not have the all-wheel drive, and it just has the 3.6 liter V6. Pretty good experience so far for me. Background on me, man. I actually got the truck. I had my son this past February, so I got the truck last year. Just need the space and everything. And I've always liked these Grand Cherokees, man, a lot. I used to actually work for a rental car agency way back in the day. When these first came out. So this redesign and everything. So really wanted one of these for a while, and I knew I wanted to get an SUV, to complement my car, so most of the miles go on this now. But let me go ahead and start talking about the truck a little bit. I got the truck, pretty good deal. The truck had about 150,000 miles on it. Haven't done a ton of driving. I'm at about 161 now. But with 151 on the truck, man, it's in really, really good condition. The leather is almost like, I won't say it's the King Ranch. It's not quite the King Ranch kind of leather, but it is like that untreated, kind of leather. It's a good cut. I don't have any kind of tears or rips or anything like that. It's good. It's a good quality cut of leather. And then the wood. So there's a couple of things that are pretty good that I like a lot about the truck. There's a couple of things that I do not like. And let's just jump into it. So the interior, if you can see the dash here, and maybe I'm spoiled by the Audi, but the leather is like coming up, and then so this plastic piece is pretty much loose because all the clips, I don't want to pull it up, but all the clips like broke because the leather, you see how it's receding back? It's receding back. I guess the adhesive, well, only on this side is where I'm having the issue. But you see where it's kind of bubbling up here as well. So there's really nothing you can do about that. And then another thing that I'd already seen on other people's car, and I got this kind of scouring pad right here because the wood had just come, one day I came out and it was just, the flap was just hanging off. So I used Gorilla Glue, but it dripped down. So I got some residue from the Gorilla Glue right there on it. So I'm gonna try to use the scouring pad to get that residue off. The same right here, this whole panel was pretty much off. I broke it. It broke because it was hanging. This one, it glued back pretty good, but these are the kind of problems you'll never see. Like I said, maybe I'm spoiled by my car, but and my lady has a BMW. She had a 3 Series before, and she has an X4 now. And it's just not the kind of problems that you see on those cars. And then the only other thing, and I talk about this on another video, you see the stains up there on the roof. There was actually there's a grommet. And let me just show you guys this, because this might help somebody. I know I talked about it on the video, but I'll just recap it real quick here. This right here, it's an identical grommet like that. Or I'm sorry, this one right here, it's identical like that. But this one, it pretty much got ate up. And so I just went to work on it with the Gorilla Tape. And it solved the problem. It's not leaking, but basically the water was just pouring into here. And like if I go through a car wash, it would just be running out through the seams here, and everything down here in the cargo area would just be soaked, just covered with water. But it's all good, man. It's pretty good space back here and everything. The seats fold down. The seats, here, let me close this real quick. The sound system and all that. But the seats are reclinable. So the same handle right here that brings the seat down, you can use that as well to, you know, if you're sitting back here, to recline the seat back. You know what I'm saying? The rear seats are actually heated. This is a full outlet there. Just put your charger in or whatnot, 115 volt, 150 watt. Okay, I guess that's what it means. My son's little setup right here. And then the roof, it's the full panoramic. So the front glass panel goes back, but this whole shade goes back though. And so, like I said, it has 160,000 miles on it. Sirius radio and all that good stuff. But the main thing, and I'll probably make a shorter video for this just so that I can, you know, title it correctly and everything. But there's a problem that people have had with this truck where it would seem like a bad fuel pump or something like that, and it's actually the fuel pump relay. And what they do on the recall, if you can see this right here, this is the fuel pump relay. My understanding is that it is in here normally, and they like splice the damn harness and put it externally here. You can see where it's mounted right there. So basically, the fix for that, where people would have, like, people's trucks, from what I understand, were shutting off, you know, even in the middle of driving sometimes, or sometimes you would have intermittent starting problems. The fix though is just to replace that. When I first got the truck, shortly after, I had the starting issue where it's an intermittent, you know, and this is about a year ago, and I just went ahead and replaced that, and I haven't had the issue since. What people on the forums and stuff are saying is that it lasts, like, you know, the fix itself lasts like, or you know, the new relay rather, like every 3 years or something like that. They've been having to replace it. So I'll see how long this one lasts. That's really my main reason why I would probably get rid of this truck. If this persists like that, you know, because that's not like a wear issue, like, you know, like spark plugs or something like that. That's to me sounds like an engineering issue. Look at all that space from the V6, but you can already kind of see look at just how much space, and it's the rear wheel drive. It doesn't have the front differential, so it's only a rear wheel drive truck with the V6. You got a ton of space, you know what I'm saying, to work on, you know, replace stuff. And I think the starter is back there. You can't see it from here though, but up under the truck, you know, doing the oil change, I could see everything. But again, for 160 something, you know, 161,000 miles, and I've been all up under the truck. And let me talk about the last issue. And I don't know if it's an issue, but somebody can chime in. But under the truck, man, I mean, it's just as clean as a whistle. Like, nothing is leaking at all. So it's impressive, you know. Like, it's kind of a weird truck in the fact that it's very, you know, if you've seen some of my other videos, you know, I go back and forth to St. Louis because I have family there. I'm in Texas. And that's another reason why I was so comfortable with just getting, you know, the V6, or not, excuse me, the rear wheel drive rather than the all-wheel drive, because I'm just doing street driving, and, you know, the weather doesn't get too crazy. Last year it kind of did, but again, I even drove through the storm in this truck, like while it was storming, and, you know, I had no issue. But I mean, if, you know, inclement weather out here, like, I think it just kind of goes towards, you know, kind of your driving acumen. Like, You just got to know when to drive. Like, I'm used to like driving Mustangs with snow and stuff like that back when I was younger, but like, you just got to know when, okay, maybe I just shouldn't be out here at all. And there's other situations where, you know, you can get through, but like I was saying, like these modern vehicles, they have so much technology and the traction control and everything. And then the truck is heavy already. So, you know, if you just drive sensibly, you shouldn't have any issue in inclement weather, you know, unless it's, you just shouldn't be out there at all. But the only other problem that I'm having, and again, I don't even know if it's a problem, but it sounds like a, and I think I'll make a separate video on this as well. It sounds like a, let me get in. It sounds like an exhaust leak. And then at the same time, I know that these people have reported on these engines, because this is the second year the engine was offered. They've reported lifters ticking on the engine. But you would see some drivability symptoms. So here, let me let the window down on this side. You would see drivability symptoms with, you know, a loose lifter, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, misfire and things like that. But here, I'm gonna show you. But the weird thing is, the tick only happens when the truck is in drive or reverse. So if it's in park, you can't really hear it. So here, I'll start the truck real quick. So here, I'm gonna put it in reverse. I'm gonna put it in drive. I'm putting it in drive. Now, if you can hear that, I don't know if it's just a noisy valve train, you know, like I don't know what it is, or if it's an exhaust leak from getting under the truck. And you probably won't even be able to hear it on the video, but like I got under the truck the other day and I was checking to see if maybe the manifold was loose, or you know, one of the bolts on the manifold wasn't completely secure or something like that maybe, but no such luck. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe just because, again, there's no check engine light or anything like that on it, so the drivability, you know, it drives perfectly fine. So I'm not sure if it's even an issue, or if maybe I'm just nitpicking. But that's the only other thing. So in short, again, I've driven the truck maybe 4 or 5, maybe 5 or 6 times back and forth to St. Louis. That's about a 600-mile drive. So, you know, as far as reliability, it's weird because yes, it's reliable, but again, with that problem with that fuel pump relay, you know, time will tell if it fails, you know, pretty soon or whatnot. Like if the intervals are pretty short, you know, I don't know what the verdict is going to be on this truck, but so far it's been great. So far it's been great. I can't sit here and say that it's not reliable, that it's not great. The interior issues, you know, kind of irk me, especially long term, because I like to keep, you know, my vehicles, you know what I mean? But we'll see how that turns out, man. But other than that, if you know, or if you have experience with that kind of ticking sound, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm not used to it, to that kind of sound, especially with the car. But you know, let me know if that's something that I should not worry about. But other than that, man, I'll post any other videos with updates going forward. So talk to you soon.